everybody. Scooty007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch.
Play ball!
And in today's game, we have the 7-7. Hello, everybody. Scooty007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch.
Play ball!
And in today's game, we have the 7-7. Hello, everybody. Scooty007 here, bringing you another. And in today's game, we've got the 7-8 Houston Astros taking on the 7-8 Philadelphia Phillies. This is Game 3 of a 3-game series between both of them, and I apologize for that little mess up there. But let us proceed on, and let's take a look at the standings around the league. In the NL East, I apologize, it's been a while since we did our last live stream of the game, so I apologize if I'm a little bit rusty on this. In the NL East, we have the New York Mets at 11-3. They're in first place in the NL East, followed by the Atlanta Braves, tied with the Florida Marlins at 8-7. They're both 3.5 games back. And the Philadelphia Phillies right now are 7-8. They're 4.5 games out. And the Washington Nationals are 4-12 at 8 games out in the NL East. In the NL Central, leading off at 11-4, it's the Chicago Cubs, followed by the St. Louis Cardinals at 8-7. They're 3 games out of first. The Astros are 7-8. They're 4 games out. And tied at 7-9. Well, the Reds are 7-9. They're 4.5 games out, and so are the Brewers. Brewers are 6-8. They're 4.5 out of first place as well. And we have at the bottom there of the NL Central, the Pittsburgh Pirates at 6-9. They're 5 games out of first. Going into the NL West. At 10-5, the San Diego Padres are in first, followed by the Arizona Diamondbacks at 9-6. They're a game out of first. The Los Angeles Dodgers are 8-7. They're 2 games out. The Rockies are 6-8. They're 3.5 games out. And then followed by the Giants at 4-12. They're 6.5 games out. Going over to the American League side, in the AL East, tied for first at 8-7 apiece. We have the Tampa Bay Rays and the Baltimore Orioles, both at 8-7. They're tied for first. Followed by the Boston Red Sox at 8-8. They're a half a game out. The Toronto Blue Jays are 7-8. They're a game out. And the New York Yankees are 7-9. They're a game and a half out of first. In the AL Central, we have the Chicago White Sox at 8-6. They're in first place, followed by the Detroit Tigers and the Cleveland Indians, both at 8-7. They're a game and a half. They're a half a game out of first. The Royals are next at 6-9. They're 2.5 out of first, followed by the Twins at 4-11. They're 4.5 games out of first. In the AL West, the Los Angeles Angels are 12-4. They're in first place, followed by the Oakland Athletics at 7-9. They are 3 games out of first. The Rangers are 8-7. They're 3.5 games out of first. And the Mariners at 6-10. They are 6 games out of first place. So that is a taking a look around the league and where we stand. Now, Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Houston Astros. Leading off, the center fielder Michael Bourne. Batting second, the second baseman Mark Loretta. Batting third, the first baseman Lance Berkman. Batting fourth, in the cleanup position, the left fielder Carlos Lee. Batting fifth, the shortstop Miguel Teja. Batting sixth, the third baseman Jeff Blum. Batting seventh, the right fielder Darren Estrada. Batting eighth, the catcher Humberto Quintero. And batting ninth, the pitcher Brandon Bakke. On the mound for the Phillies, it is Brett Myers. Myers will come into the game with a 7.41 ERA. He's got no wins and 2 losses. He's pitched 17 innings, allowed 23 hits, 12 strikeouts, and 5 walks. We're here at Citizens Bank Park, which gives a -1 to strikes and a -1 to walks, but nothing to home runs. And with that, Michael Bourne steps up to the batter's box. He's batted a 196 as the home plate umpire dusts off home plate. We are ready to start this game, and here is the pitch. And with that, so to refresh everyone's memory, when we're reading the dice, we read the red die along the top row and the white die along the side. So that will result in column 3, row 4. So column 3, row 4 is a blank. And with that, we now go to the batter's card. And the batter will get a chance to respond to that. That's going to be a 2-5. Column 2, row 5, and that's going to be a ground ball to Barnett, to the shortstop. And Barnett will make the catch, throw it over to Howard for out number 1. And let's take a look at the starting defense for the Philadelphia Phillies. Pat Burrell out there in left field. Shane Victorino will be in center field. Worth will be in right field, going around the horn. Dobbs is on third. Barnett is playing short. Utley is on second. Howard is on first, Coste behind the plate, and Myers is on the mound. One away, and that's going to bring up Mark Loretta. Loretta batting a 264, and here is the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1, and that's going to be a possible error on a throw. So what that means is we're going to take a look at the error rating. Those are the numbers in the brackets, should we need to check for an error rating. Mark Loretta will now get a chance to respond to that on a roll of a 5-6, column 5, row 6, and that is going to be a fly ball out there to Worth.
You're out.
Worth will make the catch, and 2 away. That's going to bring up Lance Berkman. Berkman batting a 263, and here is the pitch to Berkman. Berkman 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to be a wild pitch. Nobody is on base, so we're going to re-roll the dice on that. It's considered a foul ball. It's a re-roll. 5-4, column 5, row 4. So column 5, row 4, that's going to result in a strike. Now remember, Citizens Bank Park gives a -1 to strikes. So what does that mean? That will affect Berkman's strikeout range. We're going to deduct 1 from that. We're going to check the D20 against his range. His strikeout range is on a 1 to 9. That's going to be a 6. And he struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Struck him out, and that's going to retire the side as the Phillies retire the Astros in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 up, 3 down. It's a very easy inning to score We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies. Leading off, the center fielder Shane Victorino. Batting second, the third baseman Greg Dobbs. Batting third, the second baseman Chase Utley. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman Ryan Howard. Batting fifth, the left fielder Pat Burrell. Batting sixth, the right fielder Jason Worth. Batting seventh, the catcher Chris Coste. Batting eighth, the shortstop Eric Barnett. And batting ninth, the pitcher Brett Myers. On the mound for the Astros, it is Brandon Bakke. Bakke will come into the game with a 6.19 ERA. He's got no wins and 1 loss. He's pitched 16 innings, 12 hits, 9 strikeouts, and 9 walks. And with that, Shane Victorino will step up to the batter's box, takes a few swings, and we're ready to start. He's batting a .283, and here is the pitch. Brandon Bakke will start this game off with a 1-5, column 1, row 5. That's going to be a walk plus. Now, on a walk plus, we add 10 to that range. So we're going to add 10 to Shane Victorino's range. However, we are going to minus 1, so we're technically adding 9 to Victorino's range. Check that against the roll of a D20 on a 1 to 17. That is a 2. It's in range. And with that, Brandon Bakke will start this game off with a walk.
Walking. Good base on balls.
So with that, as Shane Victorino will trot on down to first, here is the starting defense for the Houston Astros. Lee will be out there in left field. Bourne will be in center field. Estrada will play in right field, going around the horn. Blum is at first. Teja playing short. Loretta's on second. Berkman at first. Quintero will be behind the plate. And Bakke is on the mound. Greg Dobbs is up, and this is the first time we're seeing Dobbs in this replay. Anytime we have a runner on base, we're going to roll the strategy die. It's a D20, and in this case, it is an 11. The Phillies, no strategy right there. Let's take a look at how Dobbs did. He's played in 11 games, had 14 at-bats so far in this replay. 1 run scored, no RBIs, no home runs, and no stolen bases. That's his stats so far in the replay. Greg Dobbs, here is the pitch. And by the way, infield is staying at normal depth. 2-4, column 2, row 4. That is going to be a possible error on a throw. So remember, on an error rating, we're checking the number in the brackets. 1-2, column 1, row 2. It's going to be a fly ball out there to Bourne.
Out.
And that is going to be out number 1. 1 away, and the infielder is going to go to double play depth. On that, that will reduce their range play numbers. That's the first set of numbers for that. Strategy roll yet again is an 11 as Chase Utley comes up. He's batting a .270, and here is the first pitch. And here is the pitch to Utley, 3-4, column 3, row 4. That is a range play. So that means we're going to check the first number in the outfielder's row of numbers out there. And who gets the range play? It's going to be column 5, row 3, and that's going to go out there to Estrada, out there in the right field.
And a high shot down the right side.
And Estrada's range is on a 1-5. That is a 5. He'll make the catch. That would have been a double if he did not.
Terrific play.
So 2 outs, and with 2 outs, the base run rating will go up by 1. So you get a +1 for 2 outs. And with that, Ryan Howard will come to the plate. Howard batting a 183. Strategy roll is a 19. Infield at normal depth. And here is the pitch. The pitch to Ryan Howard is a 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's going to be a hit by pitch. We'll check the hit by pitch rating. That's going to be a 0. Brandon will give a -4 to that rating, and the 18 is too high. So now we'll roll for Ryan Howard. Howard will get a chance to respond. 6-2, column 6. So remember, the red die is going to tell us the column. The white die will tell us the row. 6-2, column 6, row 2. And that's going to be a fly ball out there to center field. Bourne will go back, make the catch,
Out.
and retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. However, the Phillies leave one stranded. After one, we're scoreless. We go to the top of the second. Carlos Lee, Miguel Tejada, and Jeff Blum due up for the Houston Astros. Carlos Lee batting a .411, and here is the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a blank. So we'll go to Carlos Lee now. Lee with a 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a double. That's a double out there into right field. Worth will go back.
And it's a double.
And it's a double off the wall. He'll throw it in quickly. And Worth will throw it to Utley, who will hold Lee at first. Who will hold Lee at second. And that's going to bring up Miguel Tejada, the shortstop. Miguel Tejada batting a .250. Strategy rolls a 13, infield staying at normal depth. And here is the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1, possible error on a throw. And that's going to be 1-5, column 1, row 5, double star 4. Now, what does that mean? That double star means we're going to take a look at the double star line on the pitcher's card above the numbers 1 through 6. And it's going to be a double star 4, so we'll take a look at the 4th number. And that is going to be a ground ball to Howard. Now, we're going to check Howard's error rating. His error rating is on a 1 to 12. That's going to be a 17. There is no error there, so it's going to be an out. And the out is going to be at first. However, with runners will advance on balls hit to first, second, or the catcher. So with that, Lee will advance to third.
Out.
With 1 out. So 1 out with a runner on third, and the Astros have a runner in scoring position. Jeff Blum due up. He's batting a .250. Strategy roll is a 2, and here is the pitch. 3-1, column 3, row 1. That is a blank. Now, the reason we treat that as a blank, Myers has not faced his allowed number of batters. In this case, he can face 22 before he's considered tired in this case. So we treat that as a blank. The only one we do not treat as a blank for right now is if 1-2 came up, and that would be the double question mark. However, we do treat that as a blank. We're going to go to Jeff Blum for his response, and that's going to be a 1-3, column 1, row 3. That's going to be a base hit into left field. Bell can't get to it in time, and that's going to drive in a run. So the Astros strike first here in the top of the second. It's 1-0. Strategy rolls a 2. So with 1 out, strategy rolls an 11 as Darren Estrada will come up. Infield double play depth. Estrada's batting a .231, and here is the pitch. 4-3. By the way, the Astros hold off on strategy. 4-3. That's going to be a strikeout plus. Now, on a strikeout plus, it's the same thing as a walk plus. We add 10 to that range. In this case, we add 9 because it's a -1 here at Citizens Bank Park. That's going to be a 21. That's going to be an 18. Struck him out looking.
He struck him out.
So 2 away and a runner on first. So that's going to bring up Umberto. First time we're seeing Umberto. Actually, yep, this is his first time in this replay. In the actual 08, he's played in 59 games. He had 168 at-bats, 16 runs, 12 RBIs, and 2 homers. No stolen bases. Strategy rolls an 11. The Astros holding off. And here's the pitch to Umberto. 3-5, column 3, row 5, strikeout plus, remember we're adding 9, that's going to be a 20, that is a 5, struck him out looking.
The swing and a miss, he struck him out.
So, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the second. Pat Burrell, Jason Worth, Chris Coste due up for the Fightin' Phils. Pat Burrell batting a .296, and here is the pitch. 4-6, column 4, row 6. That's a strikeout. Remember, the range is going to be a -1 on that, so that's going to be on a 1 to 11. That is an 8. Struck him out.
Swing and a miss, he struck him out.
So 1 away, and that's going to bring up Jason Worth. Worth batting a 182, and here is the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a range play. 3-5, column 3, row 5. It's a ground ball back to the pitcher. It's a G1.
Ground ball up the middle.
Hit back his ranges on a 1 to 3. That is a 1. He'll make the catch.
Terrific play.
And throws him out at first. He'll wait. Throws it over to Berkman for out number 2. Chris Coste batting a .389 and 2 quick outs from the Astros. Here is the pitch. 1-1, column 1, row 1. That's going to be a double question mark. It is a single on a 1 to 7. That is a 5. We'll check the right-handed batter side because Chris Coste is a right-handed batter. So at a 1 to 7, that's going to be a walk. That's going to be a single. And with that, Chris Coste is on with a base hit. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, Eric Barnett. Barnett batting a .250. Strategy rolls a 19, infield, normal depth. And here is the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That is going to be a walk on a 1 to 7. Remember, we're going to be minusing 1 from walks and strikes. So that's going to be this here. That's a 1 to 7 range. That's going to be a 4. And that's going to put runners on first and second.
Whopping, good base on balls.
So with runners on first and second, that's going to bring up Brett Myers. Myers, 4 games, 4 at-bats. Let's see if he can get a hit here. Strategy roll is a 19. Phillies holding off. Runners on first and second. And here is the pitch. 1-1, column 1, row 1. And that is going to be a single on a 1 to 7. That's going to be a 3. Remember, that's a double question mark because for right now, we do check the double question mark range. And that's going to be a 1 to 7. That's going to be a base hit. And with that, Coste will go to third. But the question is, does he score the run? Does he score the run? Let's take a look here. Chris Coste. Coste will score. Goes from second to home on a 1 through 6. That's a 2. He'll score the run. And that ties the game up. Eric Barnett, I'm sorry, that's going to be on a 4 through 6, and he does score the run there. No, I'm right. He does second from home because he was on second. Eric Barnett with a base run rating of a 4. He'll go from second to third on a 4 through 6. That's going to be a 4, and he'll score the run. So runners on the corners for the Phillies, and we go to the top of the order. We have a tie game, and we go to the top of the order. Shane Victorino, he's 0 for 0. He walked his last time up. Strategy rolls a 16, and here is the pitch. Two, column 2, row 2. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1 to 17. On a 1 to 6, the 17 is too high. No strikeout there. We're going to roll for Shane Victorino. 5-6, column 5, row 6. It's going to be a ground ball to Loretta.
Out.
And that will retire the side.
Have you picked your designated driver for this evening? Please remember to drink responsibly.
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors, and 2 left on for the Phillies. After 2, we're tied at 1. We go to the top of the third. It's Brandon Backey, Michael Bourne, and Mark Loretta due up for the Houston Astros. Brandon Backey batting a .429, and here is the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1 to 18. That's going to be a 4. Struck him out. So 1 away, and we go to the top of the order for the Houston Astros. Michael Bourne. Bourne is 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 3-6, column 3, row 6, at the ballpark. So with the at symbol, we go to the ballpark card. Every ballpark has their own card. And with that, we go to Citizens Bank to check the play on this card here. 2-5, column 2, row 5. That's going to be a ground ball to Howard. Howard will make the catch.
Out.
And 2 away. Mark Loretta is up. Loretta is 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a blank. And that's going to be column 4, row 5, 4-5, and that's going to be a ground ball to Barnett.
You're out.
And out number 3. So the Phillies retire the Astros in order, 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Greg Dobbs, Chase Utley, and Ryan Howard due up for the Phillies. Greg Dobbs 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 6-4, column 6, row 4. That's going to be a wild pitch. Nobody on. We're going to re-roll the dice on a wild pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2, and that's going to be a strikeout. On a 1 to 8, that is an 8. Struck him out. So 1 away, that's going to bring up Chase Utley. Utley is 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 4-3, column 4, row 3. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1 to 7, the 13 is too high. So it's outside of the range. Utley will get to respond. 4-4, column 4, row 4. And that's going to be a base hit out there in the left field. Lee will make the catch. Sorry, Lee can't make the catch as it drops down in front of him. And Utley is on with a base hit. Ryan Howard up, infield at double play depth. Strategy roll is a 10. Phillies holding off on strategy. Howard is 0 for 1. And here is the pitch. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That's going to be a walk on a 1 to 11. That is an 11. And that's going to be a walk.
Outside. Base on ball.
So with that, runners on first and second with 1 out, and that's going to bring up Pat Brill. Brill is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 5, and here is the pitch. 6-5, column 6, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1 to 11. That's a 10. Struck him out.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
So 2 outs and 2 on. That's going to bring up Jason Worth. Worth is 0 for 1. Strategy roll 4. And here is the pitch. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's a strike. On a 1 to 12, the 13 is too high. Worth. 5-4, column 5, row 4. It's a fly ball out there into right field. Estrada will get it.
Out.
And retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on for the Phillies. After 3, we're tied at 1. We go to the top of the 4th. It's Lance Berkman, Carlos Lee, and Miguel Teja due up for the for the Astros, sorry. Lance Berkman 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6. That is going to be, Lance Berkman is a switch hitter. He's batting left today. So that's going to be a blank. So since Berkman is batting left, I should explain these now. On the batter card, depending on the pitcher or batter card, depending how the pitcher or the batter is. If the batter is left or right, you're going to look to the left or the right of the slash. Same for the batter. If the batter is facing a left or right-handed pitcher, you're going to look to the left or the right-handed side of that slash. So in this case, since Berkman is batting left, that is a blank. That is going to be a 5-2, column 5, row 2. That is a power hit. So we're going to check his power hit line. And that's going to be a 17. It's a power hit to Victorino. And that's going to be a 17. Victorino will go back to the wall. And he'll make the catch.
You're out.
2 puts 1 away. And that's going to bring up Carlos Lee. Lee is 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. And here is the pitch. 6-5, column 6, row 5. That's going to be a blank. Lee being a right-handed pitcher, we look to the right-handed side of that slash. 5-2, column 5, row 2. It's a fly ball back there to center field. Victorino will go back
Out.
and make the catch and put 2 away. 2 up, 2 down, and that's going to bring up Miguel Teja. Teja is 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to be a wild pitch. Nobody's on. We're going to roll that. We're going to treat that as a foul ball and roll that again. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's going to be a walk on a 1 to 2. Remember, we -1 for that, and that's going to be a walk.
Walking. Good base on balls.
So with Miguel Teja on base, that's going to bring up Jeff Blum. Blum is 1 for 1 with an RBI. Strategy roll 6, Astros holding off. And here is the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's going to be a range play. 5-3, column 5, row 3. It's a line drive to Howard. His range is on a 1-2.
Line drive.
That's going to be a 5. It's out of his range. That's going to be a single.
Let that ball get by him.
And it gets by him. And with that, Blum will get on with a base hit. Teja, does he advance to third? He'll go from first to third on a 2-6. Base run rating is a 3. And with that, the Astros have runners on the corners.
Everybody clap your hands.
So with runners on the corners, that's going to bring up Darren Estrada. Estrada is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And here is the pitch. 4-2, column 4, row 2. At the ballpark, we're going to go to Citizens Bank Park for this play, and that's going to be 2-1, column 2, row 1, HR8. That's going to be a home run chance to Victorino.
Out.
However, that's going to be an out, as the home run rating was higher. The D20 was higher than his home run rating. So no runs, 1 hit, and no errors, and 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Chris Coste, Eric Barnett, and Brett Myers due up. Brandon Bakke can face 9 more batters before he's considered tired. Chris Coste is 0 for 1 with a run scored, and here is the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-8. The 20 is too high. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That's going to be a base hit out there to Lee. And with that, Lee will get on with a base hit. So with that, that's going to bring up Eric Burnett. Burnett has walked his last time up. Strategy roll is a 9, and here is the pitch. Infield double play depth, 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's going to be a hit by pitch. Hit by pitch range is on a 1-5. That's going to be a 6. Remember, Brandon will give a -4 for that. 1-4, column 1, row 4. It's a fly ball out there to center field to Bourne.
You're out.
And out number 1. 1 away. Infield still at double play depth. Strategy roll is a 7. That's going to bring up Brett Myers. Myers is 1 for 1 today with an RBI. And here is the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4. Strikeout on a 1-16. The 18 is too high. So Myers, 1-6, column 1, row 6. It's a ground ball to shortstop to Teja. And with that, it's going to be on a fielder's choice. And how do we calculate that double play rating? Well, here's how we do it. We take a look at the roll versus the hitter's ground double play rating. That's going to be a 3. We add anything from the pitcher. In this case, that's going to be a 0, plus the pivot for Loretta. So Loretta's pivot is going to be a 0. It's a G6. That's going to be to second base. That's going to be an out for Chris Coste. He's forced out at second.
Out.
But Myers is on with a fielder's choice. So 2 outs and a runner on first. Strategy roll is a 5, and we go to the top of the order. Shane Victorino is 0 for 1 with a walk. And here is the pitch. 4-3, column 4, row 3. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-6. The 20 is too high. 3-4, column 3, row 4, line drive to Berkman.
You're out.
And that's going to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. After 4, we're still tied at 1. We go to the top of the 5th. Humberto, Brandon, and Michael Bourne due up for the Astros. Humberto is 0 for 1, struck out his last time up, and here is the pitch. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a double question mark. Single on a 1-7. The 10 is too high. 6-5, column 6, row 5. However, that's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Barnett will get that, throw it over to Howard for out number 1. 1 away, and that's going to bring up Brandon Bakke. Bakke 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6. That's going to be good for a base hit. And with that, Brandon Bakke is on with a base hit, so we don't need a check. We don't need a roll for Brandon. Infield, double play depth. We go to the top of the order. Michael Bourne, who's 0 for 2 today. Strategy rolls a 12, and here is the pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4. That's going to be a double star, and that's going to be a ground ball to short to Barnett. Is it a double play, though? That is the question. And no, it is not. It's going to be a fielder's choice. We roll 1d6 against the ground double play rating. In this case, it's still going to be a 2. And with that, Bakke will get forced out at second.
Ow!
And Bourne is on by fielder's choice. Mark Loretta, 0 for 2, strategy rolls an 18, and here is the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's going to be a range play. So remember, we're checking the first number now, 4-4. Column 4, row 4. It's a single to Utley.
Hard ground ball up the middle.
However, Utley's range is on a 1-5. That's a 2. He'll make the catch, throw him out at first,
Terrific play.
and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Great Dobbs, Chase Utley, Ryan Howard due up for the Phillies. Greg Dobbs is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. And with that, Brandon can face 5 more batters. 5-5, column 5, row 5, strikeout on a 1-8. The 9 is too high. 4-1, column 4, row 1, fly ball back there to Bourne. Bourne will make the catch.
Out.
And retire and put 1 away. Trace Utley, 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. 3-5, column 3, row 5. That's a blank. 3-6, column 3, row 6. That's a double. Bourne can't get to it. It goes back, bounces off the wall.
He rocks one to right center field. That'll shoot the gap and go to the wall, and one hops the wall.
It's a 1 hop off the wall, and Chase Utley is on with a double. And that is going to bring up Ryan Howard. Howard 0 for 1 today with a walk. Strategy roll 6, and here is the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2. That's going to be a blank. 6-3, column 6, row 3. It's a ground ball to Teja. And with that, runners will advance and balls hit to the shortstop or pitcher if the BR of the runner beats a 1d6. His base run rating is a 4. That's a 1. He'll go, and Utley will go to third. And with that, the out is at first.
Ow!
So Howard tagged out at first, and that's going to bring up Pat Brill. Brill is 0 for 2 today, 2 strikeouts. Strategy roll is an 11. The Phillies have a runner, the go-ahead run, 90 feet away. Here's the pitch to Pat Brill. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to be a range play. 5-3, column 5, row 3. Fly ball out there to Lee.
Swing and a fly ball left field.
Lee's range is on a 1-2. That's a 1. He'll make the catch and retire the side.
That is a really good play.
So 1 run, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Phillies leave 1 stranded 90 feet away from scoring. After 5, we're still tied at 1. We go to the top of the 6th. It's Lance Berkman, Carlos Lee, and Miguel Teja due up for the Astros. Lance Berkman is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Brent Myers can face 7 more batters. Here's the pitch to Berkman. Berkman 2-4, column 2, row 4. And Berkman being a switch hitter, he's batting left. That's going to be a double star. It's a ground ball down the third baseline to Dobbs. Dobbs will get it, throw it over to Howard.
Out!
And out number 1. Carlos Lee is 1 for 2 today with a double and a run scored. And here is the pitch. 3-1, column 3, row 1. That is a blank. 3-6, column 3, row 6. However, that is going to be a base hit out there in the center field to Victorino. And with that, Carlos Lee gets on with a base hit. So 1 on, infield double play depth, strategy rolls a 13. Miguel Teja due up. He's 0 for 1 with a walk, and here is the pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4. That is going to be a walk. On a 1-2, the 18 is too high. 2-4, column 2, row 4. Power hit to Worth. And that is going to be a 12. That's going to be a triple for Miguel Teja.
3-base hit up the alley in the right center field.
And with that, the Astros take a 1-run lead. Miguel Teja will go to third. It's a triple RBI for Miguel Teja. And that puts the Astros up 2-1. And with that, Jeff Bloom is up. Bloom is 2 for 2 today with an RBI. Strategy roll is an 11. And here is the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2. Possible error on a ground ball. So if a ground ball comes up, we're going to check the error rating. 5-6, column 5, row 6. It's a fly ball out there to Worth.
You're out!
Worth makes the out. However, that is going to be a sacrifice run. And roll 1d6, if roll 1d6 is less than SF rating, the batter scores. And with that, it's now it's 3-1, Houston. Darren Estrada's up. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. And here is the pitch. 1-3, column 1, row 3, possible error. 4-5, column 4, row 5, ground ball back to Myers. Myers will make the catch. No error there. His error rating is a 0. That's going to be a 5. Outside, he'll make the catch, throw it over to Howard, and retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Jason Worth, Chris Coste, Eric Barnett due up for the Phillies. Jason Worth is 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. Brandon Bakke can face one more batter before he's considered tired, and that's going to be a 6-6, column 6, row 6, and that's going to be a base hit. So Worth is on with a base hit. Strategy roll 16. Bakke now tired. They're going to leave him in. They want to see what he can do. Coste is 2 for 2, and here's the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. Home run chance on a 1-3. The 13 is too high. 4-5, column 4, row 5. And however, that is going to be a base hit past second base. It goes past Loretta. And with that, Coste will get on. Does Worth pick up the extra base? Let's take a look. Worth will advance from second. He'll go from first to third on a base run rating of a 3 through 6. Base run rating of a 3. And the Phillies have runners on the corners. It's 3-1. So the Phillies have runners on the corners, and that's going to bring up Eric Barnett.
Everybody clap your hands.
They're going to leave him out there with probably for one more pitch. Let's see what Astros. He's standing up there. He's a little bit nervous, but we'll see what the Astros do. Do they make that call to the bullpen? Eric Barnett, 0 for 1 with a walk, and here is the pitch. 3-5, column 3, row 5. That's going to be a single. And with that, Worth will come home. Coste will hold at second. He will go from first to third on a 4 through 6. However, that is a 1. And with that, the call to the Houston Astros bullpen has been made. So with that, we are going to make the call to the bullpen for Houston. And let us see who is Houston going to bring in. They have a right switch and a left coming up, but where are they at in the lineup? We're going to bring in Jeff Gray. Let's take a look at his card. That is his card. So Jeff Gray gets called up to come into the game. Let's take a look at his stats. He's got 1 win, no loss. He's pitched 5 1/3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Brandon. Brandon went 5 innings, allowed 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and leaves the game with an ERA of a 5.57. Brett Myers is up. Are they going to let Myers take the hit? They are. Wait, are they? No, they're not. They're not going to let Myers take the hit. They're going to bring in a pinch hitter for Brett Myers. And that's going to be Chris Schelling. Schelling will come in to pinch hit. Selning. He's got 2 games, 1 at bat. He does, however, have 1 RBI so far in the season. We'll see what he can do here. Jeff Gray has a special K. I'll explain about the special K in just a second here, but first we got to roll for Jeff Gray. What type of pitch do we have here? We have a 2-3, column 2, row 3. That is going to be a possible error. Now, we're going to roll for Chris Snelling. We're going to check the D20 first. If that D20 falls within the special K rating, in this case, it's going to be on a 1-2. It's an automatic strikeout. Anything higher, we're going to resolve. And that's going to be a 2-2. That's going to be a 16. It's outside of the range. 2-2. It's an H-8.
This ball is over the fence and out of here.
And with that, that ball goes back to the center field. Brandon Bourne going back to the wall. That ball is out of here. 3-run home run for Chris Snell as that ball gets lost in the forest here at Citizens Bank Park. And the crowd here goes wild in Philadelphia. It's 5-3, and the Phillies take a 2-run lead in the bottom of the 6th. And oh boy, did they need that home run. And with that, Shane, we go to the top of the order. Shane Victorino is up. He's 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. They made the right call getting Chris Snelling out and up into the game on that pitch. 2-2, column 2, row 2. That's going to be a strike on a 1-6. 17 too high, however, we do have the special K. 12, outside of the range, 1-6, column 1, row 6, and that's going to be a fly ball out there to Estrada.
You're out.
Who'll make the catch and put 1 away. Greg Dobbs up. Dobbs is 0 for 3 with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. 1-5, column 1, row 5, it's a wild pitch. However, nobody on base, so we're going to re-roll. 5-5, column 5, row 5, possible error on a throw. And that's going to be 4-6, 11, outside of the range of the special K, column 4, row 6, and that's going to be a fly ball out there to Bourne.
You're out.
Bourne will make the catch and put 2 away. Chase Utley is up. Utley is 2 for 3 with a double. And here is the pitch. Utley, 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to be a walk on a 1-7, the 10, outside of the range. Utley, 6-6, 13, first of all, outside of the range of the special K. 6-6, column 6, row 6. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher.
Out.
And that will retire the side. So with that, the Phillies are going to go to the bullpen now. We do have a new pitcher on the mound for Philadelphia. And with that, we have a right, and left. They are going to bring in Clay. Clay Cordy will come in. That is his card. Actually, let's see. Tom Gordon. Let's take a look at his card. No, wait, we need somebody with a little bit less of an ERA that they're going to bring in. So they are going to go with Chad Durbin. Durbin will come in. Actually, no, they're going to bring in Clay Cordy. Cordy will come in. Cordy will come into the game with an ERA of a 9.0. It's 4 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. After 6, it's Philadelphia 5, Astros 3. Philly trying to avoid the sweep here at home. Cordy will come in. No wins, 1 loss. He's pitched 4 innings, allowed 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. Taking a look at the stat here for Brett Myers. Myers went 6 innings, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. He'll leave the game with a 6.65 ERA. He's going to have to face off against Umberto, Jeff, and Bourne. And he's done warming up, and here is the first pitch. 4-6, column 4, row 6, and with that, that's going to be a strikeout on a 1-10. That's a 9. Struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
So 1 away, and that's going to bring up Jeff Gray. And Gray is not going to take the hit. They're going to bring in RJ Towles. Towles will come in to pinch hit. Towles comes into the game with a 1.14 ERA. He's been in 11 games, 35 at-bats so far, 3 runs, 3 RBIs, and 2 home runs so far in this replay. RJ Towles, and here is the pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That's a strikeout. On a 1-12, that's a 1. Struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
So 2 up and 2 down, and we go to the top of the order. Michael Bourne, 0 for 3, and here is the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. That is a blank. Here is the pitch. Bourne. 6-1, column 6, row 1. Line drive to Howard. He'll make the catch. Quickly run back to the bag. Tag it for out number 3. And sing, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." And with that, the Astros now have a new pitcher on the mound. And who did the Astros bring in? Well, let's find out. We have a left, right, and they're going to bring in Oscar. Yep, they're going to go with Doug Brokaw. Actually, do we... Always a tough decision when you're bringing in a new pitcher. I'll tell you that. It's always a tough decision, even with inside pitch. They're going to bring in Doug Brokaw. Brokaw will come in. That is his card. So Brokaw, no ERA. He's got 1 win, no losses. He does have 1 save, 6 innings pitched. Allowed 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Jeff Gray. Gray went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, and 1 home run. An ERA of a 1.43. And with that, Brandon Bakke, who went 5 innings, allowed 8 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts, an ERA of a 6.43. So with that, he is going to face off against Ryan Howard, Pat Burrell, and Jason Worth as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Before we get to the bottom of the 7th, let's take a look at the stats. however, of where we are so far after 6.5 innings have been played here in Philadelphia. Houston Astros came off strong with a run in the 2nd inning, and then 2 runs in the 6th inning for 3 runs on 6 hits and no errors. Philly, however, got a run in the 2nd, 4 runs in the 6th off of that home run by Pat in the bottom there of the 6th, and it's 5 runs on 9 hits and no errors so far. Let's see, I want to check something with that. Yeah, yep. So with that, I just wanted to double check. I know it wasn't a grand slam. I just wanted to double check on that chat. So with that, Doug Brokaw will step up. He's done warming up. And with that, Howard, 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-14. The 16 is too high. Howard, 5-5, column 5, row 5. Fly ball back there to Bourne. Bourne will make the catch. Out! And put 1 away. So 1 away, Pat Burrell is up. Burrell is 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts, and here is the pitch. And that's going to be 6-3, column 6, row 3, strikeout on a 1-11. That is a 16. The 16 is too high. 4-1, column 4, row 1, line drive out there to second base to Loretta. Loretta will make the catch, throw it over to Berkman. Out. And that'll be out number 2. 2 away, and Jason Worth comes up. Worth is 1 for 3 with a run scored. And here is the pitch. 2-3, column 2, row 3. That is going to be a walk on a 1-8. That is an 8. That's going to be a walk.
Walking, good base on balls.
So Worth will get on as I'll trot on down to first. Chris Coste comes up. Coste is 3 for 3 today with 2 runs scored. Strategy roll 12. Phillies holding off. Here is the pitch. 5-3, column 5, row 3, at the ballpark. We're going to go to Citizens Bank Park. 3-2, column 3, row 2, double star 4. And that's going to be a fly ball back there to Lee. Lee goes back, makes the catch. Out. And retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. And 1 left on after 7. Philadelphia 5, Houston 3. We go to the top of the 8th. It's Mark Loretta, Lance Berkman, and Carlos Lee due up for the Astros. And with that, Clay Cordy we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Phillies, and that is going to be we have a right switch right. They're going to bring in Ryan Madison with Chad Durbin. They're going to bring in Chad Durbin. That is his card. Durbin will come into the game with no ERA. He's got 1 win, no losses, no saves. He's got 8 innings pitched, allowed 5 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 4 walks. Eric? Taking a look at the stats here for Clay. Clay went 1 inning, allowed 2 strikeouts, an ERA of a 7.20. Top of the 8th. Mark Loretta, Lance Berkman, and Carlos Lee due up for the Houston Astros. Loretta 0 for 3, and here is the pitch. 3-5, column 3, row 5, strikeout on a 1-6. The 12 is too high, does not strike him out. 4-1, column 4, row 1. However, it's a fly ball back there to Worth. Worth will make the catch.
You're out!
And put one away. Lance Berkman, 0 for 3. And here is the pitch. Berkman, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. 5-3, column 5, row 3. That is a strike on a 1-9. The 14 too high. 6-2, column 6, row 2, double star 2. It's a double star 2. It's going to be a ground ball to Barnett to the shortstop, who will take it, throw it over to Howard.
You're out!
And out number 2. 2 away, and that's going to bring up Carlos Lee. Lee is 2 for 3 on the day with a double and a run scored. 2 up and 2 down. Here is the pitch. 5-5, column 5, row 5, range play at Citizens Bank Park. We go to the ballpark card. 1-2, column 1, row 2, double star 6. That is going to be a
fly ball left center field. Tries to catch it.
It's a fly ball back to the Victorino. His range is on a 1-3. That's a 5. It'll drop behind him. And with that, Carlos Lee will get on with a base hit.
He doesn't have it.
He can't get to it in time, and with that, Lee will get on with a base hit. So 2 outs and a runner on first, and that's going to bring up Miguel Teja. Teja, 1 for 2 today with a triple, a run, a walk, a run, and an RBI. Strategy roll is a 12, and here is the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's going to be a wild pitch on a 1-2. It's a passed ball. It's a 20. Nothing happens. 5-4, column 5, row 4. Ground ball to Barnett, who will make the catch.
Out!
And throws it over to Utley for out number 3, retiring the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left odd. And with that, Doug Brokaw is done. So Brokaw coming out of the game. We have a right, and a switch for Houston. And they are going to bring in Jose Veraldi to pitch. That is his card. Veraldi comes into the game with a 1.34 ERA. No wins, no losses. He does have 3 saves on the season as he's pitched 6 2/3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 9 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Doug Brokaw. Brokaw went 1 inning, allowed 1 walk, no ERA. So we're at the bottom of the 8th. Eric Barnett, Chad Durbin, Shane Victorino due up for the Phillies. Eric Barnett is 1 for 2 today with a walk, a run, and an RBI. Here is the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4. Possible error. There is no changes to the defense for the Houston Astros. 6-5, column 6, row 5. It's a ground ball to first base to Berkman. Berkman will get it. Error rating for Berkman is on a 1-2. That's a 14. No error there. And that is out number 1. Chad Durbin not taking the hit here. The Phillies are going to bring in Taguchi. Taguchi coming in to take the hit here. He's batting a .429 right now in the season. He's played in 10 games, allowed 14 at-bats, 2 runs, and 1 RBI. No home runs and no stolen bases just yet. And here is the pitch to Taguchi, and that's going to be a 6-2. Column 6, row 2. Strikeout plus. Now remember, we add 9 to that range. That's going to be on a 19. That's a 6. Struck him out looking.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
And he'll go down on strikes, and we go to the top of the order. Shane Victorino is 0 for 3 today with a walk. And here is the pitch to Victorino. 5-6, column 5, row 6. And that is going to be a double star. Remember, Victorino is a switch hitter. He's batting left. And that's going to be a fly ball out there to Lee. Lee makes the catch and retires the side.
Remember to get your copy of the souvenir program.
And with that, the Philadelphia Phillies head into the top of the 9th, and they are going to call on their closer, Brad Lidge. That is his card. Brad Lidge coming up. 3 saves, 5 innings pitched. He allowed 1 hit, 11 strikeouts, and no walks. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the top of the 9th. After 8, it's Philadelphia Phillies 5, Houston Astros 3. We go to the top of the 9th. But will we see some 9th inning magic? And as you know, there is no lead is safe in inside pitch. Let's take a look at the box score real quick. After 8 innings of play, the Astros scored a run in the 2nd, 2 in the 6th. 3 runs on 7 hits and no errors. The Philadelphia Phillies have scored 1 run in the 2nd, 4 in the 6th. 5 runs on 9 hits and no errors. Taking a look at the stats here for Chad Durbin. Durbin went 1 inning. Allowed 1 hit, no ERA. So he is still perfect with a 0 for an ERA. Brad Lidge is going to face off against Jeff Bloom, Darren Estrada, and Humberto Duop. Phillies are going to make a quick couple changes to their lineup, and that is going to be at third base. Greg Dobbs coming out, and they're going to bring in Pedro Feliz to take over at third. And in left field, TJ Bourne will come in at left field. So those are the changes. And they are going to bring in... Yep. So here is what's going to happen. Howard's going to come out. They're going to pull Howard. So for first base, Eric Barnett is going to move over to first. And shortstop, they're going to bring in Jimmy Rollins to take over. And they are going to do the double switch, so Rollins will take over at 8th. And Barnett will move up to 4th in the order. So that's just in case we need to go to a bottom of the 9th. Jeff Bloom up, and here is the pitch. 1-5, column 1, row 5, strikeout on a 1-8, the 10, too high. Special K in effect. That is an 8, out of range. It's a 1-7, 6-5, column 6. Row 5, and that's going to be a fly ball back there to Worth. Worth will make the catch out and put 1 away. And with that, Darren Estrada up. Estrada, Here is the pitch. He's 0 for 3. They're not going to let Estrada. Yep, they're going to let Estrada take the hit. He was thinking about sending in a pinch hitter, but he's not. 5-5, column 5, row 5. That is a blank. Estrada being a left-handed batter, we look to the left-handed side of the slash. On a 15, outside of the range of the special K, 4-3, column 4, row 3, double star 2. It's a ground ball to Barnett. Barnett will field it, tag the base.
You're out!
And put 2 away. Humberto Quintino up. They're not going to let Humberto take the hit. However, they are going to bring in Hunter Pence. Pence is going to take the hit here. The Astros down to the last out. Pence batting a .222. Here is the pitch. Lidge looks for the sign. He gets it. 5-5, column 5, row 5. That's a walk plus. That's going to be a 19. That is a 16. It's in range.
Whopping. Good base on balls.
And with that, Pence is on with a base hit. Jose Barati not taking the hit here. However, they are going to bring in R.J. House to pinch hit. House batting 1,000. Here is the pitch. Strategy rolls are turned off. Astros down to the last out. 3-4. Column 3. Row 4. That is a blank. That's a 7. It's in range of the special K. Lidge strikes him out.
He struck him out.
And with that, the Phillies have avoided the sweep and defeat the Astros 5-3 here at Citizens Bank Park. Final line score coming right up. So the Philadelphia Phillies defeat the Houston Astros of a final score of 5-3 at home. Brett Myers will get the win. Brandon Bakke picks up his second loss, and Brad Lidge will get his 4th save. Chris Snelling will pick up his first home run for the game. So let's take a look. Final score, Houston Astros 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. The Philadelphia Phillies 5 runs on 9 hits and no errors. Taking a look at the stats of the game, Brett Myers will pick up his first win. He's 1 for 2 on the season so far. He went 6 innings alone, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, an ERA of a 6.65. Brandon Bakke will get his pick up his second loss of the season. He went 5 innings, allowed 8 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, an ERA of a 6.43. And Brad Lidge will pick up his 4th save. He went 1 inning, allowed 1 walk, and got 1 strikeout. So let us update the standings here with that. The Philadelphia Phillies All right, so let's take a look at the standings here. Let's bring in the standings. So the Phillies go to 4 games out. They're still trailing a little bit here in the AL East. They go to 8-8. They've played 16 games so far. Home win, they go to 4 games out of first, and the Astros will drop to 7-9 on that. They'll go to 4.5 games out. Right now, it's a 3-way tie between the Astros, Reds, and Brewers. Milwaukee yet to play here for the rest of the day. So that is going to do it for us here at Phil for the stream today. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile as you make your way back home from Broad Street here. And we will see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. This is Schooner 007 reminding you to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go live, and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies and Field of Dreams. Until then, I'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay. Until then, I'm Schooner 007. Have a great day, everybody.